How do you think the protagonist changed throughout the story? Let's discuss in the comments. Grace Beyond Judgment, the Golden Girl. In the heart of Adira University, nestled among red-bricked lecture halls and sun-dappled courtyards, Evelyn Akombe was a name that echoed with admiration. She was a 21-year-old theology student, known across campus for her unwavering faith, kindness, and moral discipline. Her long, neatly braided hair, modest skirts, and ever-present Bible symbolized her quiet strength. Evelyn led the campus fellowship, preached during Sunday services, and volunteered at the orphanage every weekend. Evelyn is a vessel of God, her peers would say. If only all our daughters could be like her, parents often whispered during open days. To many, she was untouchable, an embodiment of perfection. The unexpected diagnosis. One warm Tuesday afternoon, Evelyn visited the campus health clinic for a routine medical checkup required for a scholarship renewal. She sat on a plastic chair, humming a worship song, not expecting anything unusual. After drawing her blood, the nurse asked her to return the following day for her results. No big deal, but the next day she was called into a private office. A serious-looking nurse avoided eye contact as she held Evelyn's file. "Evelyn, we need to talk about your results." "Is something wrong?" Evelyn asked, her voice steady but confused. The nurse hesitated, then said, "You've tested positive for HIV." Time froze. Evelyn laughed nervously. "That must be a mistake. I've never even been in a relationship." But the results were double-checked. The nurse spoke gently about confirmatory testing, treatment options, and confidentiality. Evelyn sat in silence. Her whole world crumbled in one moment. Questions swirled in her mind. How? Why? God, what is happening? The hidden trauma. That evening, Evelyn locked herself in her dorm room, replaying memories she had worked hard to bury. 2 years ago, during a church mission trip to a rural village, she had been sexually assaulted by a trusted driver after a night service. She never told anyone, not even her pastor or best friend. "No one will believe me," she had thought at the time. "It'll ruin my ministry." So she covered it with smiles and scriptures, burying the pain under layers of faith and service. Now, it all made sense. The HIV didn't come from reckless sin. It came from a night of horror, silence, and fear, whispers and walls. A week after the diagnosis, things took a worse turn. The news leaked. No one knew how, maybe a careless staff member or a misdirected message. Soon, Evelyn noticed the change. Friends stopped sitting near her in class. Her roommate asked to move out. People stared and whispered, "I heard she has HIV." What a hypocrite, preaching while living in sin. She fooled everyone, but now the truth is out. She was asked to step down from leading the fellowship for now. Her phone buzzed less. Invitations dried up. Even the church community, where she had poured years of service, offered nothing but distant prayers and polite avoidance. Evelyn sank into depression. She stopped attending lectures. She deleted her social media. Even God, she felt, had gone silent. The first hand of grace. One person refused to abandon her, Mrs. Ruto, a Christian lecturer and mentor. She showed up at Evelyn's dorm unannounced with a warm meal. "I heard the rumors, but I don't believe them. Even if they're true, I'm here. Tell me everything." And Evelyn did. She cried like she hadn't cried in years, revealing the assault, the diagnosis, the shame, the silence. Mrs. Ruto listened without interrupting. Then she said something Evelyn would never forget. "God is not ashamed of you, and neither am I." With Mrs. Ruto's help, Evelyn began therapy, joined a support group for young people living with HIV, and started antiretroviral treatment. Her health stabilized. Slowly, her soul did too. Speaking out. 6 months later, during Adira University's annual Health Awareness Week, the organizing committee invited a mystery speaker. The auditorium buzzed with curiosity until Evelyn stepped onto the stage. Gasps echoed. Some looked away, others stared. Dressed in a simple white dress, holding the microphone with quiet confidence, Evelyn began. "My name is Evelyn Akombe. Many of you know me as a prayer leader, a student, a servant of God. What most of you don't know is I am living with HIV." The silence was deafening. "I was raped during a mission trip. I didn't tell anyone because I was afraid you would stop seeing me as pure. When I found out I had HIV, I was devastated. Not just because of the illness, but because of the way people treated me afterward. But let me tell you this. HIV does not make me dirty. It does not make me less worthy of love, of healing, or of ministry. I am still a child of God." She ended her speech with tears in her eyes, but her voice never broke. Healing the campus. That moment changed the campus. Many students came forward to apologize. Others admitted they too were living with HIV but had been hiding in shame. A campus initiative was born, Faith Without Stigma, offering education, counseling, and support for students living with chronic illnesses. Evelyn was named ambassador for a national youth HIV awareness campaign. She spoke on TV, visited high schools, and even met with lawmakers to advocate for better protection and healthcare access for HIV-positive youth. The legacy of Evelyn. Years later, Evelyn founded a nonprofit organization called Wings of Grace, supporting young women who have survived abuse and live with HIV. She still teaches Bible studies, but now her messages are richer, filled with empathy, truth, and grace. God doesn't only use the perfect, she says, He uses the broken. And sometimes brokenness is what makes us real. And there you have it. If you've made it this far, I sincerely appreciate your support. Let's keep this conversation going. What did you think of the protagonist's journey? How did her experience impact your perspective on faith, stigma, and resilience? Your thoughts matter. Share them below. Also, if you've enjoyed this storytelling session, please hit that thumbs up button and share this video with someone who might find inspiration in Evelyn's story. Thanks for being a part of this community. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, stay well and take care.